So, ito ang unang-una kong tanong dyan sa topic na yan. Para sa'yo, totoo ba ang magic?
Just to clarify, pag sinabi nating magic, hindi lang siya yung magic tricks.
Yes, so, magic with a K.
Sure. I would say na magic is fundamental to human societies. Na ever since nung sinuunang panahon pa, pag tumitingin tayo sa stars, iniisip natin, baka may something dun. And it's just really an expression of wonder for the invisible forces around us. So in that sense, on a psychological, sociological level also, I would say na there's some truth to it.
Sir, kung may elaborate mo pa, ano ba ang magic?
So magic,
with a K.
Kaninong definition gagamitin natin?
Kay Crowley?
So, ayon sa mga occultists, ang magic daw is more on the aligning of your desires with reality, or at least aligning reality with your desires.
Yes.
So it's an art and a science.
Yes. Yeah.
But then, actually, yung magic really is just, at least in my experience, would be more of serendipity lang talaga siya. So alignment pa rin naman siya, but ito yung magic na, I'll give an example. So, an example of magic na tangible sa atin is yung mga himala. Pag may himalang nangyari sa buhay mo, which sabi ni Carl Jung would just be a synchronicity, a meaningful coincidence. Pero yung himala sa buhay natin, parang magdadasal ka, for example, nasa simbahan ka, Lord, kailangan ko ng gantong amount of money kasi meron akong kailangan bilhin, or magpapasurgery yung kakilala ko or whatever. And then lalabas ka, may mamimit kang tao na ang tagal mo na hindi nakikita, sabihin nila, uy, meron pala akong gantong amount of money and so on. And then sabi ko, pwede pala akong humingi sa'yo. And this is a kind of serendipity, a synchronicity na himala, na parang, thank you, Lord, for providing me this thing, which is essentially magic. So whenever we do things that are magical, na nafe-feel natin na parang, aligned ako sa mundo. Ito yung magical thinking, kasi magical worldview, it really is just seeing yourself as more in touch with the world than you actually are. So for example, yung mga tao who are, may mga taong pessimistic. At pag pessimistic na isang tao, they look for and they find proof of how bad their lives are. Pero yung mga taong optimistic with the same scenario, they will find proof of how lucky they are in life. So just shifting, magic really, on the most basic level, is shifting. Yung shift lang na yun na parang, I am provided for. Yun lang.
Parang kami din lang lagi kong na parang feeling ko lagi kong parang God always has my back. Parang
sure. Ito yung nasa Diyos ang awa, nasa tao ang gawa, or ipasa Diyos mo na, whatever it is.
Yun nga, sir, bilang psychologist naman. Kasi nga, alam natin na si Carl Jung is medyo into the mystical arts din siya, and at the same time, psychologist talaga siya. Ikaw, sir, paano mo naman pinagbabalanse yung belief mo sa magic, and at the same time, yung pagiging scientific ng psychology?
In my perspective nga kasi, magic is a worldview. And lahat naman tayo may daladalang worldview. And psychology is the study of worldviews. So essentially, kung ano yung worldview ng isang tao is, yun yung gagamitin natin para intindihin kung sino sila. I've always seen divination like tarot cards, astrology. I learned how to do tarot nung pandemic. Tapos, all these are projected aspects of the self. So napakaganda niyang guidance, not in the fortune-telling sense, but in the sense na para siyang prompt para sa self-reflection. So ang ganda lang, have you heard of, alam mo naman siguro yung bibliomancy?
Medyo.
Bibliomancy is, it's magtatanong ka, tapos magbubukas ka ng libro.
Magbubukas ka lang, tapos kung ano yung lalabas.
Right. I find that really interesting kasi ako, I use that pag meron akong tanong, for example, in my mind.
Pala yung sinabi ko kanina.
Automatic writing. Yung in my mind, when I have a question, I open a book. Meron akong favorite book na binubuklat. And then I point to tapos ako na yung mag-i-interpret. But the act of interpretation, ako yung gumagawa. So yung act of interpretation is me finding meaning in that phrase. Yes. Wala naman talaga magical meaning yung phrase na yun. Yung simbolo sa tarot cards, wala naman talagang meaning by itself. But you give it meaning. So the meaning-making capacity of human beings, yun yung nagpapamagic sa mga bagay-bagay. So in psychology, I know there are some therapists who also use projectives in their practice. So pwede kang gumamit ng tarot card kung open yung client as a tool for self-reflection. In fact, there have been studies na in people who experience trauma, ang gandang paraan ng tarot card as an indirect way to talk about traumatic events. Yeah.
Ang galing. So yun nga sir, 'di ba syempre kunyari punta naman tayo sa ceremonial magic.
Okay.
Na yun nga, yung may gagawin kang, may intention ka, tapos may gagawin kang process or ritual, tapos suddenly nangyari.
Mm-hmm.
Like exactly kung paano mo, and di ba, I mean sa ceremonial magic, may ganun. I mean, kahit sa pag-aaral man lang, parang may ganun nga. And ako, feeling ko personally, medyo na-experience ko siya, like sobrang eksakto. Ano kaya yun? Kasi kahit ako wala pa ako sagot.
Yes, it's very interesting. No? Again, synchronicity siya.
Oo.
So if we take a step back, di ba? Mas napupunan natin yung nagkakatotoo kaysa sa yung hindi nagkakatotoo.
Totoo.
So pag hindi siya nagkatotoo,
Wala
kakalimutan
lang,
mo
wala
lang.
lang, oo.
So isipin mo lahat ng mga kutob na na-experience mo in your life. At kung hindi siya nagkakatotoo, wala lang, di ba?
Oo.
Pero pag nagkatotoo siya, parang, sabi ko na nga ba eh.
Oo.
But actually, compared to how many times hindi siya nagkatotoo, i-measure mo yung chances na yon. Parang it really is just nagkataon.
Ako naman, sa experience ko sa nung naging into magic na ako, parang dumalas. Parang grabe yung intuition ko. Parang,
Because
oo.
Nagbukas na yung mind mo to synchronicity.
Gets. Oo,
Because you were open to looking for... Manifestation is really just looking for what you want.
Gets.
That's all it is. So yun yung shift na nangyari sa'yo is because when you started doing magic or ceremonial magic, binuksan mo yung sarili mo to the possibility that this can be true somewhere in the world. Yung mga taong hindi bukas sa gano'n, hindi talaga makikita. Kahit na yung reality na yun ay accessible din sa kanila.
Gets.
So
Actually, kahit sa prayer, nag-work din eh. Kung paano yung
when people pray and they really believe it, nagkakatotoo because they're looking for answers.
Gets.
When we look for things, I'll give you a very basic example. Di ba pag nasa madilim ka na kwarto, kakapain mo yung wall para mahanap yung switch? That's what you're doing, essentially. At pag nag-light na yung switch, you say, there it is. That mechanism is the same. In our life, actually, if I'll strip it down, you don't really need ceremonial rituals or magic to do the same process.
Yes.
And this is the principle of so many self-help books, essentially.
Law of attraction.
Whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, di ba? So, kapakapalan talaga siya eh. Just opening yourself up to the feedback mechanism of the world. Tapos just open yourself up. Yun lang talaga. Just open yourself up to serendipity and chance and synchronicity. And be willing to notice strange things. Kasi yung mga tao, madalas sa atin is, pag nakasanayan na natin, hindi na tayo magbabago eh. But if we want change, we have to be open to change.
Ang galing. Ang fascinating na magic. Magic yung pinag-uusapan natin, tas change yung...
Pero it's a metaphor lang naman kasi. At least for me, parang magic is one of many wonderful, very colorful metaphors for psychological transformation.
So sa akin, art. Parang yun nga, parang art nung intention ko. Parang hindi ko ma-explain na parang siya yung parang meron ko intention na imbis na gawin ko lang, parang lalagyan ko pa siya ng onting fanciness na. Lagyan ko ng onting ritual. Parang gano'n.
Actually, lahat naman tayo may ritual eh. Pag birthday, di ba, hinihipan natin yung kandila?
Ritual din yan.
Ritual yun. Di ba, ritual din yung mga, pag nagigising ka sa umaga, tapos magdadasal ka, or pag dediretso ka sa bathroom para magsipilyo, that's a ritual. A ritual is just a repeated thing. It's a habit. Yun lang naman yun eh.
So ano naman ang view mo na bilang Catholic tayo pareho, na lahat ng magical practice, evil, or gawa ng devil, na sa viewpoint ng Catholicism.
Well, Catholicism is...
Meron ding magic ang Catholicism.
Is a magical system.
Oo nga, sobrang,
So, ang interesting lang kasi madaming mga sistema na iba-iba, pero on a psychological level, kasi I'm approaching it from a psychological perspective, on a psychological level, pare-pareha sila ng sinasabi. Iba-iba lang yung metaphors.
Totoo.
So, ganun lang din. Parang, to say na it's the work of the devil, parang yun yung, in the past kasi yun yung sinasabi to kind of set aside indigenous religions or whatever. So, historically speaking, yung pagdi-demonize ng mga gantong bagay is really a cultural setting aside. Pero on the most basic level, ano bang sabi si Nick Joaquin din nagsabi nito if you remove religion, if you remove something like magic or mythology from Catholicism, all that you're left with is a system of ethics.
Oo, totoo.
Yun lang talaga yun. So, we all have these systems and metaphors. You really look at Catholic symbolism. Tingnan mo talaga, nakasanayan na kasi natin eh. Pero imagine the reality that every mass you attend is a sacrificial ritual. It's a sacrificial ritual. You are drinking the blood of God and so on. So, metaphorically speaking, ang ganda ng metaphor, pero ang hard din ng metaphor. Di ba? Ang ganda ng metaphor. Parang, this is the lamb, this is the lamb of God, and so on. Ang metal, di ba? Kaya ang ganda ng mga Gothic cathedrals. Sobrang bagay sa Catholic symbolism. But then, it is by itself, it's a magical ritual. It's also a very, very powerful spiritual drama na may naglalabanan na angel and demon and heaven and hell and eternal damnation. It's sobrang gandang cosmic drama. So si Alan Watts, he wrote a book called Beyond Theology. Yung point niya sa Beyond Theology is, what if we look at Christianity from the perspective of other religions? So from a different religion naman, like Hinduism for example, and you see the Catholic ritual of the good and evil fighting, ganyan. Maybe it's a cosmic drama also, something to really make us feel na we're part of something grand and big and powerful. So ang ganda lang isipin in that way na it's all really just expressions of human experiences.
Tsaka yun nga, feeling ko naman nga, lahat ng religion is magical system naman. Parang ganun talaga.
I think they come from, kasi if you read the Bible, ang daming magic sa Bible.
Oo naman.
Necromancy, shamanism, ang daming iba-ibang klase.
Tsaka yung existence pala ng the Magi, di ba?
Sure, yeah.
Yung three wise men, di ba? Parang,
sabi nga nila, dun daw galing yung word na magic.
Yung magush. Parang ganyan, parang yung magush, sila yun, yung mga wise men. Tapos, yung Magi, collective ng mga magush. Tapos yung magic, galing nga doon sa magush na parang Persian
sure.
Persian word ata yung magush, parang gano'n. So punta naman tayo sa paano ka naman nagka-interest nga sa magic?
Wala lang. Ever since I was a child, interested lang talaga ako. Yung lolo ko kasi meron siyang library sa dati niyang bahay. Kasi mga books niya, religion, mysticism, tas I was fascinated with all these really interesting books. So I spent a lot of my childhood na nagbabasa ng ganun.
If I may ask, ano yung father mo o lolo mo?
Lolo ko.
Ano yung father mo?
What do you mean?
Ano yung profession niya?
Ano siya? He's a lay minister. Buhay pa naman siya. So he's a lay minister. He worked with a farm. And yun yung naging duties niya at the time.
Into mysticism siya? Ganun pa
into religion. Actually, gusto niya maging pare noon. Pero, fell in love. And then yung anak niya naging pare. So yung tito ko is actually, ninong ko is actually a priest in Rome.
Matanong ko lang, kamusta naman siya dyan?
What do you mean?
Kamusta si tito mo sa interest mo sa...
Sobrang interesting din ang perspective ni Nino. Kasi napaka-spiritual din niya as a person. So I would think, sobrang talino kasi ni Nino. Ako, I find all these books part of my fascination in human psychology. Yes. So all of this is, yung framework ko is really psychology.
Psychology talaga.
Pero si Nino, kasi there was this time na meron kaming kasama dito sa bahay noon na nagkasakit. And then so, tinawagan niya yung nanay niya sa probinsya. And then sabi ng nanay, magpapadala daw siya ng albularyo. And it turns out, hindi pala siya magpapadala ng albularyo in person, but in spirit. Kasi kayang gumanon yung mga
astral projection.
Tapos nung sinabi ng nanay ko sa ninong ko, so minessage niya yung ninong ko na, okay ba to? Parang tama ba to? Tumawag yung ninong ko. Sabi niya, wag mo talagang papayagan yan kasi hindi mo alam kung anong espiritu yung papasok sa bahay mo. So, the whole time, in my childhood, I was looking up to him as an intellectual person. Nakalimutan ko na spiritual nga pala talaga yung profession niya. Catholicism is a spiritual profession. So, as a priest, di ba? So parang, nakalimutan ko yung ganong aspect ng Catholicism where there is real belief in spirits, in evil spirits, in demons, in angels. It's a spiritual reality sa Catholicism. Hindi siya intellectual hocus pocus. It's a spiritual reality.
Pero hindi naman siya wala kayong problema diyan.
Or
napapag-usapan niya rin yan.
Hindi namin masyado napag-uusapan. Although it's an interesting thing na sobrang sarap niya kausap.
Parang kasaya nun sir, kung magkakaroon kayo ng podcast ng tito mong
sobrang busy niya. Ang ano niya, sobrang, he's a very busy person. Ako rin naman busy na rin, kaya hindi na ako nagpo-podcast.
Kaya nga, thank you, pinayagan niyo kami dito sa interview na to kasi. Ang saya.